Inspired, vibrant, award-winning, celebrity, bespoke. Five Rivers. The difference is in the detail.
This programme is sponsored by Five Rivers Restaurant, Walsall.
Hello and welcome to Sangat's Date with the Great. You are watching Sangat Television, Sky Channel 847. प्यार भरी सत श्री अकाल, निक्की निक्की जिया नू तुहाडा ही स्वागत है. Thank you for tuning in today. We have a very special guest in today's show. Dosto, have you ever wondered about becoming a professional footballer, a professional cricketer, a professional boxer, or maybe even a Desi Punjabi Kabaddi player? Dosto, we've got a guest today who's only young, 18 years old. He's a world champion in the making. We welcome Ryan Golden Boy Singh Nanda. Sat Sri Akal, Paji.
Sat Sri Akal.
How you doing?
Yeah, not bad, thanks yourself.
Chilled out?
Yeah.
Very good, very good. Thank you for joining us on Sangat's Date with the Great. Tell me a bit about your career. I mean, you're only 18 years old, but you've done a lot so far. I mean, you started off in football.
Yeah, I started playing football when I was about 11, 12 years old.
Okay.
So I started in that, eventually got to play for county level, district level, captain the county and district, played for Luton Town, had trials with Oxford United.
Very good. And that's actually where you was born and bred, in Bedford, Luton?
Yeah, in Bedford, yeah, born and bred in Bedford, still living there.
And I mean, playing football, then you went into cricket?
Cricket, yeah, I was playing cricket. I played for Northants County, Bedfordshire County, played for quite a few teams in there.
So you started playing football when you was 11 stroke 12 years old, then you went into cricket. What age was you when you went?
I was about 13, but I was playing football and cricket at the same time.
Okay.
I was about 13.
So was this pushed on by yourself, the love, the passion you had, or was it your father or your grandfather saying, "Betenu, you know, sports de vich aa tu," or you got to become a footballer, or you got to become a cricketer, or was it just something that you wanted to do?
It was something I always wanted to. My dad he's always a football coach.
Yeah.
So he's always well into his football. And Baba, he's old school.
Yeah.
He likes his sports.
Like
so
every Baba.
That's it.
Yeah,
he likes
yeah.
his sports. So
and then from cricket, you've come into a support. I wouldn't say it's probably well known in your sort of title, but to many, Muay Thai.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what you've been doing for the last few years.
Yeah, I've started that back in November 2009.
Okay.
And I just turned 15.
Okay, very good. And I mean, if you can just let the viewers know what's that sport all about? Is it art of kickboxing? Is it, or is it karate?
It's a martial art using 8 limbs. So you got your fists, you got your legs, you got your knees and your elbows, and then basically fighting.
And where does it actually originate from?
From Thailand.
Okay.
So it started from Thailand, it's moved across, now it's worldwide.
Okay.
Worldwide known.
And are you part of a club, are you?
Yeah, when I started in 2000, back when I was 15,
Yeah.
I went to Eagles Gym, instructor under the well-known and respected Nigel Howlett.
Okay, and that's in Bedford, is it?
That's in Bedford, yeah.
Okay, right. So you was 15 when you started at the gym. How did this all come about, Muay Thai?
It was just one day, me and my friend Arjun, we decided, found out about a new gym, Muay Thai gym, boxing gym, so thought we'd try it out. So went down and saw Ranjit Dey there. He's a ISCA world champion.
Okay.
He's very well known for Bedford boy as well.
Okay.
Won his world titles, got about 10 or so titles, and he's always been an inspiration. 'cause he's won a lot of titles, he's well known around the community, and he trains hard. When you see him train, you think, he's putting a lot of work in.
And how old is he?
He's about 32.
Okay,
32
still very, very young.
Yeah. So seeing him train, and it got me into it, one to train, one to fight.
Yeah.
So I've always from there wanted to fight.
And when was your first senior fight in Muay Thai?
When I was 15, in February 2010, I had my first fight. So after 3 months of training.
And you won?
Yeah, I won that one. Yeah.
Okay. Looking at your track record, I think you've fighted 17 times and only lost once.
Yeah.
That's a great record.
Yeah, I'm proud of my record, but still ain't achieved what I want to achieve. So.
I mean, fitness-wise, your exercise regime, your diet. I mean, are you very strict?
Yeah, you have to be. You got your weight. You got to make your weight. Yeah. So you're always on your diet, watching what you want to eat. So you go out in the family or something, you can't eat everything. You got to be careful what you eat and keep the weight down.
And how many times do you actually train at the gym?
Training 5 days a week, plus running 6 days a week. So
and every session, are they sort of like an hour sessions or 2 hour sessions, or does it just sort of carry on until you're flat out?
Usually hour to hour and a half session. You can't do much longer than that when you're training hard. It's flat out. And
what kind of exercises do you do in the gym? Is it just sort of Muay Thai itself, or is there a lot of other sort of weights and press-ups and sit-ups and all that kind of stuff?
At the gym, it's all Muay Thai based. So you're doing your bag work, your pad work, your sparring. Then outside the gym, that's where you've got to put in the hard work yourself. Do your running, do your weights, do your conditioning. That's where the bit where no one sees outside of the gym. Yeah. You got to put in there.
When you mentioned earlier on a big inspiration in your life was your father, and then you mentioned your grandfather, your baba. Yeah. I mean, just touching on your grandfather, I mean, especially some of the youngsters that are tuned in, what was the message he gave you? I mean, obviously, he's been a part of your life for 18 years, but some of the standout moments that have really sort of stood in your head, and you've kept that message from your grandfather?
Well, he's always told me to try my best. If you put your best in, you'll get your rewards. You work hard, and it'll pay off.
Mm. Does he go along with you on the fights?
Yeah, he's always there. He loves it. He loves watching it.
Yeah.
While all the other fights on, he's very into it. But as soon as my fight comes, that's it. He's just quiet watching.
You've actually fought in regional, English, British, Four Nations, international and Commonwealth titles.
Yeah.
And you've won.
Yeah.
All these fights. I mean, the last belt you won a few months ago, what was that?
That's the European title.
European title. At the age of 18. That's amazing. It's really amazing, Dosto. Such a young age, and I hear next year Ryan Singh Nanda is going to go for the world title.
Yeah, hopefully during summer next year, should get a world title shot.
You're going to be flying out to Thailand, is it?
To Thailand
in December?
yeah.
Okay.
Flight up there in December.
Very good, very good. So obviously you're going to be training flat out for that.
Yeah, train hard, and then cause there people are training there six hours a day for 6 days a week. So it's a lot of hard work they put in. But
yeah.
If you match the hard work, if you want it more than anyone else does, you'll win it.
Dosto, we're with Ryan Golden Boy Singh Nanda on Sangat's Date with the Great. You are watching Sangat Television, channel 847. We're going to be back very, very shortly after the break with myself, Inder Singh and Ryan Singh. See you in a bit.
This programme is sponsored by Five Rivers Restaurant, Warsaw.
Inspired, vibrant, award-winning, celebrity, bespoke, rivers. The difference is in the detail.
This programme is sponsored by Five Rivers Restaurant, Walsall.
हाँ जी दोस्तों, thanks for joining me on Sangat's Date with the Great. If you've just joined me, you're watching Sangat Television Channel 847. We are here at the very beautiful Five Rivers Restaurant in Warsaw. We've just had our spring rolls, just a couple of sneaky ones. I've tried to force my guest, Inder Singh Nanda, to have some, but he's very strict with his diet. He's not even having orange juice. He's concentrating on that world title for next year. Joined by Inder Singh Nanda, thank you very much. We want to just mention your gym, Eagles Gym in Bedford. Obviously you spend 5 or 6 days a week there. I mean, is it a popular gym?
Yeah, our instructor Nigel Howlett, he's trained 4 world champions now, and between them they've got about 20 odd world titles.
Okay. And I mean, the respect, you know, in Punjabi, they call your teacher Ustad. So, I mean, do you see him as an Ustad?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, and what's the relationship you got with him?
It's a good relationship. He's strict, as in training wise, but he's easy to get along with. So he's a good trainer and like a personal manager as well.
Okay. And I mean, are you the only Punjabi lad there, or are there other Punjabi lads at the gym?
We've got a few others. We've got a good community. We've got a wide range. We've got Gode, we've got Gale, we've got Apne, we've got a good mix.
Very good, very good. I mean, I just want to touch on something that, I mean, to see you at the very young age of 18, I mean, I wouldn't say everybody, but we've got a vast problem with drugs and alcohol in our community, you know, on binge drinking. But to see someone so young, I mean, you are really an inspiration to many, many youngsters that are watching Sangat Television at this moment in time, and I'm sure they'll be Googling you or getting on YouTube and getting your clips from your fights. I mean, for you, sort of to send a message out to the youngsters, drugs and alcohol, do you think there is a problem in our community? Yeah,
there is. I'll say stay off drugs, alcohol, get into a sport, no matter what sport it is, whether it's football, cricket, it's boxing, no matter what you want to do, stay focused on it. If you work hard at it, you won't have a problem. You want to get involved in drugs and alcohol, because you're not going to get to the top without taking drugs and alcohol.
I mean, how determined are you in your sport? I mean, from Muay Thai, where do you want to go next?
I want to win a couple of world titles in Muay Thai, and then hopefully win a world title in kickboxing as well. And after that, going to pro boxing and win a world title there.
Okay. Pro boxing, as in like Mike Tyson boxing, Amir Khan.
Yeah.
Wow, very good. I mean, that's where the big money is, isn't it?
For me, it's never been about money. It's just boxing. I've always been into boxing before I even started playing football and cricket. I've always watched live fights on TV and stuff, and I've always said to myself, well, why can't that be me?
Yeah.
Someone like Amir Khan, he just started someone like exactly the same as we are, but he's worked his way up. So.
I mean, when you see your fellow boxers in the gym, your friends, you know, do you send out these great messages of sort of stay away from the bad things?
Yeah, I'll say that to anyone. Stay away from drugs and alcohol. You're not going to get you nowhere.
Yeah.
It's no further for no one.
Yeah. Okay. This world title fight you're going to go for next year, is that going to be here in the UK, or is it going to be abroad?
Hopefully it should be in the UK next summer.
Do you know who you're going to be fighting, or?
I'm not sure yet. I've got a couple more fights before that, and depending on how they go.
We was talking about how focused you are in Muay Thai, how focused you have been when you were playing football, when you played county cricket for Northants. I mean, family-wise, we mentioned your father, we mentioned your grandfather. Have you got brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I've got one brother. Quite a big family, very close families.
Are you close with your brother?
Yeah, he's there every fight. Same with everyone. My first fight, I only had about 10 people there. It's my dad, my brother, my taya,
Yeah.
chacha, a few cousins.
Yeah.
That was it. But now it's about 17, 18 fight coming up. We have about a good 130, 140. The fan base just grew and grew. And like I say, thank you for everyone that does come and support for the fights. Wouldn't be able to do it without you.
Yeah.
You inspire me to, when you're in that ring, you're alone, but you're not alone when you've got 130, 140 people behind you.
Yeah, yeah.
It makes you want to go on and
Well, it's nice to see, isn't it? Like from what you mentioned, with your first fight, you only had a handful of people, and then sort of gradually, as time's gone along, you've seen the fan base build up. You know, to you that must be a good feeling, and you know, it's a lot of encouragement, isn't it?
yeah, when you're in the ring, in the first fight you can't hear nothing because you're so zoned in. But as you fight along, you hear everything, and the more people you are. The last fight there was a good 130, 140, where the opponent he didn't have many. So when you got everyone behind your back and he's got hardly anyone, it really focuses you why you're here, why everyone's here to watch you. So
And your entries into the to the ring, are they as famous as some of them with the door players and stuff?
none of them have been like sunny eras yet.
Yeah.
Hopefully soon it'll be. They're getting a bit. It's getting good. It's getting.
I mean, a name you mentioned there, Sonny Hero, he's a lad from the Midlands and he's in a similar support as you. I mean, is he a role model?
Yeah, since when I started, I always start watching Sonny's videos, Cash the Flash's videos.
Yeah.
Start watching them on YouTube and see how they do.
Yeah.
And they are inspiration.
Yeah.
The biggest inspiration has to be Ranjit Dev as a local lad.
Okay.
To see what he's achieved
Yeah.
from where he come from, exactly from the same community, same area back home.
And I mean, boxing wise, have you got any legends boxing wise?
Mike Tyson's always one that I always go back to watch.
Yeah.
Nowadays it's Amir Khan. Amir Khan, yeah, he's
So your favourite is Mike Tyson, but nowadays Amir Khan.
Amir Khan, yeah.
Very good, very good. Was there ever a moment in your time, especially I guess when you was young, where your father or your grandfather said to you, no, sport isn't for you. You have to become a doctor, you have to become a solicitor, or you have to become a lawyer?
Never. They've always pushed me in sport. They've always said, do what you want to do, but if you want to do it properly. Don't start trying to fight and then you're not dedicated. You're going to eat what you want. You're going to get in the ring and you're going to get battered.
Yeah.
You've got to be focused on it. No matter what you want to do, if you want to do well in it, you've got to be focused in it. That's in every sport, no matter what sport you want to do.
Yeah.
It could be in anything, gymnastics, anything you want to be, but just be focused, 100%.
Dosto, what a great message. We're going to be joining Ryan Golden Boy Singh Nanda straight after the break. Don't forget the last few words he said there. Keep focused. No matter what you want to do, make the dreams come true. See you in a short while.
This programme is sponsored by Five Rivers Restaurant, Walsall.
Inspired, vibrant, award-winning, celebrity, bespoke. Five Rivers. The difference is in the detail.
This programme is sponsored by Five Rivers Restaurant, Walsall.
Hanji dosto, welcome back to Sangat State with the Great. You are watching channel Sky 847 Sangat Television. I'm a new British world champion. No, it doesn't suit me. I'm false. This is for the real champions, I think. Bagi mera khayal, it's for Ryan Singh Nanda. That is. I think there's a lot more hard work than that for me. Welcome back, Ryan. It's not easy winning belts, you know. It's easy to put one back on, but I think I'll have to get some tips off Ryan for the fitness regime. एक तो पहले मैं तो जेडे spring roll मैं खाते हैं in the earlier break, वो तो नहीं मैं तो शायद होने. So I think I'll have to do 6 or 7 months with him before I can even get off the spring rolls. Anyway, dosto, thanks for joining us back with Sangat Date with the great Ryan Golden Boy Singh Nanda. Let's talk about religion. Are you a religious person?
Yeah, I always go to the Gurdwara. The Gurdwara is from where my school is.
That's in Bedford, yeah?
Yeah, in Bedford, my local Gurdwara. It's only about 5-minute walk.
Okay,
So when I'm walking either to school or back from school every day, I'll just take a couple of minutes out, do my tadik. Don't take long.
Yeah.
5 minutes a day, do my tadik.
Okay. I mean, you mentioned school, obviously. Are you at college now, are you? Or?
At sixth form.
Oh, you're at
form,
sixth
yeah,
form.
got my last year.
Okay, okay. So you're still at your original school?
Yeah.
And what school's that?
Bidnam Upper School.
Okay, okay,
School,
okay.
Yeah.
Anybody you'd like to sort of thank for support, the teachers or any fellow pupils that have supported you along your great journey so far?
Just thanks for everyone that comes who supports for the fights. Big inspiration, big thanks. Couldn't do it without you lot.
You mentioned the Gurdwara. You know, that's a big thing because, I mean, you said every day you go to the Gurdwara, which, you know, sometimes in our very busy lifestyles, people sort of get a chance to probably go once a week, maybe once a month on a special occasion. But it's great to see that you take time out and you go to the Gurdwara, Saab. You actually train there and all, they've got facilities that you mentioned?
Yeah, the Gurdwara, at the back of the Gurdwara, we've got a hall and we've got some weights and stuff.
Yeah.
So they've always opened it for me. I like to thank the Guru Nanak Gurdwara in Bedford.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me using the facilities.
Yeah.
It does help wherever you can get to train. It's always helpful.
I mean, future reference, would you like to do any classes there for fellow Sikh youngsters from our Punjabi community?
Yeah, definitely. Anyone that wants to train in Bedford, just get in touch. It'll be an honour to train someone.
I mean, at your fights, you know, you must have loads of fans, people sort of Facebooking you or tweeting you. I mean, how does it make you feel, you know, the response? I mean, especially if some older fan comes to you, whether it be female or male, you know, what's it feel like?
It's a proud feeling to know that someone's coming to you for your achievement, but you know that can't happen without the hard work you've put in.
Yeah.
So it's a proud feeling.
Yeah.
And it just makes you want to carry on, want to achieve more and to better yourself.
Those who are talking about achieving, they're going to be looking at Ryan Singh's belts that he's won. If you can just let us know which one is from which fight, or I mean this one in front.
This one was my first title I won.
Yeah.
Back in November 2010. That's my area title.
Okay.
On that one. That was the first memorable one, so that was
And this one at the back here.
That was my British title.
Okay.
I won the summer of last year. And that was on the undercard of Ranjit Day's world title. That was a memorable one.
Very good, very good,
That's
very
number
good. And the gold one at the back there.
This is my latest belt.
Yeah.
My most proudest one.
Is this the one you won a couple of months ago?
Yeah, one back in July.
Okay,
July
okay.
this year. It was the European title.
Yeah.
Had a tough fight for it, but it paid off.
And
it's
this
come.
one at the front here?
This is my Four Nations title. Won this in November of last year. Had a tough fight for that.
Four Nations as
Four
in?
Nations. So you got British, Ireland, Wales and England.
Okay. And when you won that belt, who was it you fought?
For that one, I fought a guy. He was based in England.
Okay.
He was a strong lad.
Very
Very
strong
strong lad. It was a
Yeah.
tough fight. Over the 5 rounds, won it on unanimous decision.
Here's a question for you. I mean, when you fight, especially if it's a Gora or a Kala, you know, is there that feeling inside you that you're representing the Punjabi Sikh community here? You know, I'm a Punjabi, I'm proud, you know, I've got role models like my grandfather, like my father. This guy is no way going to beat me.
Yeah, it does. We're having a big family as well.
Yeah.
Like Baba, they were there. Chache,
Yeah.
got Papsi Chacha. He's done a
Yeah.
lot in the music industry,
Yeah.
and they're all pushing behind you.
Yeah.
So you always want to show, look, this is who I am. I'm not losing. I've trained hard for it, and you just got to get that win behind you.
Very good, very good. Got a little 30 seconds of fun with Ryan Nanda now. So I've picked out some humour It's all clean and good humour. So I just want you to just go along with the flow. Right, dosto, 30 seconds of fun with Ryan Nanda. Golden boy Ryan Nanda. Football or cricket?
Football.
Yuvraj Singh or David Beckham?
Yuvraj Singh.
Gym or cinema?
Gym.
The Caribbean or Dubai?
Caribbean.
James Bond, Daniel Craig or Pierce Brosnan?
Both.
One of them.
I'm stuck on that one.
Harbhajan Mann or Jazzy B?
Jazzy B.
Punjabi food or English?
Punjabi.
Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson.
Coke or Ribena?
Water. Water there.
He's got me on that one. Crisps or chocolates?
Chocolates.
Okay, thank you very much. Dosto, Ryan Golden Boy Singh Nanda, a message. I don't want to end the interview or the conversation. It's been a great pleasure for you to join us. A message for the Sangat TV viewers.
Firstly, I'll say thank you for everyone who helps train me at Fight from Eagles Gym, helps come to fights and sports. Wouldn't be able to do it without you. Like I say, any children out there that want to get into sports, I advise you get any sport, whichever you enjoy, whether it's any Olympic sport, whether it's just a sport that you see, a local club sport, just get into it. Stay off the street, get to the Gurdwara. It'll really help. You put in the hard work, you'll get your rewards, I guarantee that.
Dosto, Sangat's date with the great. It's been a pleasure. Ryan, what a pleasure. I think he wants to say something else.
So like I say, thank you for Mum and Dad. Sometimes training for a fight, you do get very moody, mood swings. Mum and Dad have put up with it, brother puts up with it, the whole family puts up with it, all my friends put up with it. Thank you very much. I'd like to say thank you to Sangat TV for having me on there and getting my word across. Hope all youngsters do get into sport, stay off the street, and do achieve what you want to achieve.
Thank you very much, Ryan. Dosto, it's been a pleasure, an absolute pleasure with somebody that young at the tender age of 18. He's, like I said, achieved so much, and the world title is ahead next year. Fingers crossed, Vaheguru Di Kirpa, he will do well next year and all. A little message from me. If the only prayer you ever say in your entire life is thank you, it will be enough. I have so much to thank God for. Tuada sareyan da bada hi dhannawad for joining me on Sangat Date with the Great. Any feedback, please get in touch with Sangat Television. You can get me on Twitter at Gabrus, spelt Gabhrus. Thank you to all the Sangat TV crew, Ricky Paji, and thank you to Five Rivers Restaurant in Warsaw. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Shri Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
This programme is sponsored by Five Rivers Restaurant, Warsaw.
Inspired, vibrant, award-winning, celebrity, bespoke. Five Rivers. The difference is in the detail.
This programme is sponsored by Five Rivers Restaurant, Warsaw.